Anyone ever told you look like the Riddler though? Like just wondering.
No, not really.
Have you seen the new Batman movie?
I don't really watch superhero movies
What
personally.
what movies do you watch?
I mean, usually I watch something with action. I'm not really a person who watches like any movies or series. I just tend to watch YouTube most of the time. I don't really watch movies.
Which YouTube videos like just music or
Gaming most of the time when I'm bored, or like fixing my Discord microphone, something like that.
yeah,
Tutorials how to fix stuff.
yeah. What games do you fuck with? Like what station do you play?
I basically play Counter-Strike.
Just CS:GO all day.
Not all day, but yeah. I also play Rocket League sometimes when I'm bored.
What you ripping? Is it like a disposable or is it like a refillable?
It's a normal one, a
Oh, word.
refillable one.
What flavor, bro?
Exotic fruits.
Where, yo, Mr. White, you got exotic cards. All right, that's cool. You watch? Have you ever seen Breaking Bad? Is that popular, like with you or in Lithuania?
I know what that is. I even have a photo with Snapchat filter where I literally look like who? Walter White. I think that's his
Yeah,
name. I literally look like that. Wait, I can find it before we start.
we're
It's
recording.
not.
We've been ever since I've been asking about the Riddler shit. We've been recording. Like, we're just talking, bro. You know what I'm saying? But but bro, I want to ask you first. You know, because how I was able to meet you and start making music with you, and I will continue to make music with you, is HR6. How did you meet HR6, the man, the myth, the legend, the Croatian
Um,
genius?
yeah, basically what happened is that I started making artworks, like very simple ones, but kind of funk artworks. And then I posted them on Jupiluxe's Discord server and like, yo, hit me up if you want for me to make you an artwork. And HR6 was the very first guy to hit me up, and that's how we basically became friends and shit.
So you be deep in that deep Jupiluxe server. You fuck with Jupiluxe. I know you do.
Yeah,
You're a
so
big fan
basically.
of her. But I'm a big fan of her and shit. But like, what's your favorite couple of Jupiluxe songs?
Favorite Jupiluxe songs? Mm, Worms, and probably, mm, I don't know, maybe the ones where I sent her beats, the ones where she used my beats, probably those songs were also pretty fire.
Yeah, cause I was looking back at them and I was like, oh shit, he worked with her, like way before like you started working with like the serpents and shit, and that was like hella respectable. I like the anime flow one she did over HR6 beats. I think that shit was pretty good. The anime flow song. You listen to that? You fuck with the anime flow song that she did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll agree with that. That's a pretty good song.
yeah. When did you first start getting into making beats and shit?
Um, I started making beats in 2019. The whole story behind it is that my stepbrother downloaded a software, like a shit software for music. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do the same. And I just downloaded the Magics. Then I downloaded FL. I've tried to learn how to use it. I gave up. I started making music again, and that's it. That's me.
There's like
3 years.
a very like tough first 4 months of like FL where you like can't do shit. Like you think you can do shit but you can't. Like in the first 4 months and like you know what I mean? Like where it's really hard. It's very hard to break past that, but once you finally break past the learning stage, everything is just so easy. You know what I mean? Like like
Yeah.
when was the first time like what that you first released where you just like, oh, this is really fucking good? Like what was the first thing that you dropped and you're like, oh, this is worth like people listening to?
It was a beat with like a my own made guitar melody and shit. It was very simple, but for me it sounded really fire. It was like my very first normal beat, and I uploaded it, but I deleted it like
Mm.
1 year later because it didn't get any listens and stuff.
Do you just use synth guitars or do you actually know how to play guitar?
I have no musical knowledge.
That's what I like to hear. Fuck music, yeah. We using
Not
synths
like
all day. You know
yeah,
what I
like I
mean
used
though. Like I just people that know music and like music theory, like you don't need to know that shit to make cool music. You know what I mean?
all you need is to know when the melody sounds good, when the melody makes sense. That's
Yeah.
pretty useful.
Now, I'm gonna ask a kind of stupid fucking question, but I feel like I gotta ask it. Like, what's it like growing up in Lithuania? Like anything crazy, or is it just normal?
Good question. I have no idea how to explain it. It's kind of normal. Just in the part of the city where I live, there's a lot like kids, like troubled kids who fucking smoke, sell drugs and shit. But everything is fine, I'd say. Nothing really different from USA, just maybe the difference is the education.
What's different about the education? Is it shitty or is it good?
It's very serious, actually. Like they'll teach you a lot of shit. Nothing like really difficult. We're not Lithuanians are not expected to be Asians who just basically study their ass off. But yeah, education is a pretty serious thing in my country.
Do you guys have like a thing in high school where like you have like a career pathway where you have
Yeah,
this like what's yours? What's yours and your what you
my career path is economy and physics.
are you gonna do anything related to that in your life or no?
I mean, I might study economics and engineering because I go to a school which is specified for teaching kids like architecture, programming, and stuff. And I basically study architecture.
That's interesting. How old are you by the way?
I am currently 17 years old.
Word. Yeah, that's yeah, and HR6. Everybody in that's who's watching that fucks with HR6. Be sure to wish him a happy birthday soon. He is turning 19. Just saying that. Shouts out HR6. So you made that fucking banger with him slamming the bitches. What was the sample on that?
It was some kind of an old jazz sample where like a family of not racist, but a people of color, like a family of people of color, like a jazz song, like an old one, like a 1980s one, and I just like I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, that had to. Oh man, I gotta look that up. But it was like I know what you mean, like some gospel type shit. Some like yeah, yeah. I think Kanye sampled it too.
Yeah, I think he did sample that. I really
Uh,
have no idea, but I think he sampled it.
Bound to sample. Cause I know he sampled it in Bound to Hudson Mohawk. Charlie Wilson. There we go. But the pont. Oh man, there's a lot of fucking samples in the Bound to. But yeah, like it's still a good fucking. Like I don't even like that shit. I had to like put that on the fucking tape because it was so fucking like good and shit. And I want to like ask you about the whole like you don't fuck with mumble rap but you sample it a lot. Like go into that and how you don't like sampling like older like rap like in your beats. Talk about that.
Usually when I make chill funk beats, like the ones like Sudir or something like that, or DJ Young Vamp, I think. I
Yeah, yeah.
usually Yeah, I usually tend to like add mumble rap vocals because they are more of the beat. Like they're more on beat, so it's easier to mix them. And usually it sounds good. If you mix it properly, it sounds good. But personally, like funk is not a lyrical type of rap, usually. I mean, if Sempra raps, well, Sempra is pretty good, but like usually like funk, we really focus on the beat more and we just add random vocals. And mumble rap is kind of a thing where people don't really take vocals seriously, so that's why I don't really like it. But
It's more about rhythm with funk. It's more about like making shit simultaneously like abrasive and erratic, but simultaneously on rhythm with what the sample is. I don't know. That's how I view it. You know what I mean? But
they care more about like making vocals fit the beat, kind of. They can see whatever the fuck they want, like random shit. We only talk about women, alcohol, drugs, cars, money,
Yeah.
and some drill rappers talk about shooting people because that's drill.
Bro, I don't know. I don't like drill is very popular in America like now, but like I don't know how to make it. Like it's so fucking hard to me. Like I don't know how you do it. I don't know how anyone does that shit. Like you know what I mean? Like do you think it's difficult to make drill or is it easy for you?
The most difficult part of making drill is making the 808s sound good. That's the only difficulty I have. Like sometimes I sometimes make drill beats just for fun, and some of them sound good, some of them sound decent. The only problem I have is the 808s, and that's it. Like it's not hard to make. You just need to know the melody style, the hi-hats, and the what's called the snare. Like they are a little bit different usually. Like the hi-hats go
Yeah, it's not like a linear. The
yeah,
drum
it's not
pattern is
linear.
it's not linear at all. It's kind of like a sped kid reading. You know what I mean? Like he'll go back 50 pages and then he'll go forward 10 pages. You know what I mean? Like it's really it's weird. It's weird. But I don't know. I respect that you're able to make that shit. But I respect that you're also able to make hella good metal tunes too. Like what metal bands are you do you fuck with?
I'm not that big of a metal fan, but if I listen to metal, usually listen to Slipknot. Like the only song I listen by that band is Duality. Like it's the best song ever made, the best song I've ever listened in my life. But if I listen more to rock music like Linkin Park, Three Days Grace, Limp Bizkit, this is my childhood literally. My childhood was basically rock music.
Are you into any punk music at all? Or do you not know nothing about that?
Nah, not really.
What about Sex Pistols?
Never heard of it.
What about the Dead Kennedys?
Never heard of that.
What about the Misfits?
Never heard of that.
What? Yeah. Jeez, bro. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's cool. I'm not mad. But nah. But who's your favorite artist to like work with and shit?
My favorite artist who I worked with is probably Lucid Shade. Like you probably never heard of him, but he's a rapper. I mean, he tends to kind of not mix his vocals, but
Yeah.
he's pretty good when you actually mix those vocals properly. He has a very good deep voice. Like when he raps in deep voice, it's very good.
Let me look into it, bro. What's his name again?
Lucid Shade.
I'm gonna look into it like later. I'm gonna pull. Here we
I can
go.
send you like the best song he made, like the link to it. It's with my beat. It's probably the best song he's ever made.
Man, you made a lot of songs with him.
Yeah, I made a lot
Shit.
of songs. Yeah, I made a lot of songs with him.
That's crazy. Look at all these. So, diffusion, doldrum. Which one is that though? Like that? Do you think is it your magnum opus with him?
I'll need to find it.
Do you want me to just list the names or?
I can just send you the link. He's uploaded it to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It's the best song. It's actually pretty good.
I'll definitely be checking that shit out. But what's it like being in the Serpents though? How do you feel about that shit? How do you feel about making music with us? Do you fuck with it?
Yeah. I mean, just a group of people I like to talk with and stuff. It's pretty good, I'd say.
What's the end goal with like making music? Like besides making the music itself, like what do you want it to do for your life?
If I kind of want to make music as of like a hobby in my life. Maybe earn some money from it because I've earned like $50 from it. It's not much, but at least something. I look at it as a hobby more, not as a job, because I do not think that I'll be able to earn money from that. But who knows? Anything can happen.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one of us will fucking blow up, bro. Like that's what I'm saying though. It just takes one motherfucker and a click, and then it's all uphill. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit could happen, bro. Honestly, bro, I think it's gonna be like For producers, out of all the producers to like get a good placement, I think it's gonna be like you, me, or hr6 or Kingsman. But for rappers though, it's gonna be like VZPMWHJ or like fucking Nicki or Eamon. Those three are probably like the rappers that are gonna fucking. I don't know. VZPMWHJ's on a different level. I think you need to work on his beats way more. I mean, he needs to work on your beats way more. Like rap on your beats more because he has like if VZPMWHJ goes on one of your metal beats, it could be very good because he has the ability to do that. So, I mean, what do you think? Should we send him that metal beat that you just put out?
Maybe drop that V2.
The one you just dropped. What was that called? I forget.
Oh, Death Penalty, like the metal instrumental.
Yeah, I'm saying we should send that to VZPMWHJ. Like, do you think that would be a good look?
I mean, we can try. I've never expected anyone to do vocals on it. I just uploaded it as an instrumental. I thought maybe if I make something different, I'll get plays, but I did not get much.
He has the ability. I've made a beat, like a 5-minute beat where I sampled a bunch of like punk and rock and like hardcore, rock shit, and he pulled through on it. I'm telling you, like, he could pull through on this, and I'm looking forward to it. But what new music do you have dropping that you could announce?
What music can I announce? I'm gonna say I'll promote my track Drop Dead, which is probably my favorite funk track I've made so far. It's really heavy, the 808s and kicks are on point, they're hit really hard. That's basically the only track I would probably promote right now. It's pretty good in my opinion, I like it, I'm happy with the result.
Yeah, I have that shit on my playlist, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I fuck with that shit. Like, that's a good choice of all things to promote. And is there any other announcements you could make before we wrap this episode up?
I mean, I'm working on a funk EP, which is gonna be also heavy. So it's gonna be like probably 5 or 6 songs. 3 are already done, so that's what I could announce.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, man. Obviously, link in the description to your music and your Instagram. And thank you once again for coming on the show. Peace out.
Yeah, peace out.